Alright, and it is time again for a little bit of game development. We're doing this just for fun and we don't really know what we're doing. But we have written a little bit of a tool to make things easier for making a game. So what is happening here? We have an infinite open world and it looks like this, right? And we can run around and we can jump. But the issue with this world is, of course, this is it is infinite. As you can see, we can just the world just goes where we are going. It just continues coming with us. So now the player character is at somewhere. But yeah, that's all not important. How the things work. If you have questions, you can ask, right? But look at this. So the idea is that we have nothing in this tool. There is no render pipeline. It's just the regular pipeline. And that's the thing we learned about, the render pipeline. So maybe we should add in some URP materials. Maybe even an HDRP. Maybe even an HD material. Who knows? Just make a shader, because we did mess around with the shader, so it's a curved world. If we put this in another project, we're gonna look stupid, is the point. But also, can also maximize this. What we can do is fix an issue with this. Because if you press the V button for the bird character view toggle, then we can nicely zoom the camera still. And also we have the character not standing there on the curved world. Wonder if it has a different shader. Non-curving shader, or what this is about. But yeah, if we do the curved shader stuff, maybe we should just ignore the curved shader for a moment and move on and do something else. Also, what we can do is flip the world however we want it to be curved by holding down the H button. It doesn't show here that functionality. That was just for testing purposes. So we can mess around with the shader here directly. So this was pretty cool what we did. And it really looks like the character... Why is the character not standing on top? Looks like it has a different shader. Not sure. And then the problem is if we press V again, it's not centered. Here, look at this. We move the mouse here. This should not matter. But we move the mouse here, and then it goes somewhere else. So the center view key we could try fixing first. Good, let's dive into the code. I think we have everything here, and look how fast this goes, by the way. That's when you don't using Visual Studio, like a noob. I love it when all the people are, and then we have the autopilot putting in all the code. Yeah. Alright, if you need that functionality, good. But if you're just trying to get things done, you don't want to wait for Visual Studio to open a file. This is instant here. This is absolute really fast. We're using Notepad++. And it's also beautiful enough to look at. Good. Chord system radius. We have some interesting comments here. Good. Yeah, this is quite complicated code we did here for this little bit of a tool. Just for ourselves, for reference, the tool is a Cartesian coordinate system map generator. If you're into those things, it is quite cool because you can easily visualize this in a Cartesian map that you paint out, and there's a tiles area, and you can populate the list and put your modular thingies in there. So that's what we're going to do when we fix that problem of the center, and potentially of the player character, because we're not sure if it has the materials there. Then there's something which we do not actually know at all. Oh no, we clicked something and now the Unity is doing something. Which we don't know. If you click on scenes, we have that infinite open world scene, right? But there's also a folder, and it has the lighting data and the reflection probes. And if we delete this, it's not going to show up anymore, so we don't know what this is about. It's just a lack of knowledge. But sort of, we would love to have that knowledge. Example tile object, test player contrast controller, which is nice. Test player controller. And at the scripts we have the tile features and the tiles area. This is all you need for actually making. If you take these three scripts, you can already do it. And what we don't want is the editor thingy here, because that is just nothing. That is just too complicated to use, first of all, and then it doesn't show the non-shader items, and it doesn't even shade correctly, the curved shader. It is just a mess, the whole editor thing. Just simply delete. Assets, infinite open world. Yeah. Infinite open world. Where's this even scripts, tested examples? Where's even the editor script? Shaders, scenes, prefabs, materials. Huh? Where is the editor thing? Packages. We know we had it in 2 scripts. We had it here. If we look for editor. Where is it? There is Unity editor, huh? Using Unity editor, yeah. Find next. Weird. So now it's so deep in the code, and we cannot even get rid of it. Spawn character. Host character instantiate host character prefab. Get component mesh renderer enabled. What is this? So we disable the mesh renderer of the host character. But why? Why do we disable this? There is no the default thing. Shoot. Always sick. Host character transform position, position. Good, and then we create the test character. Host character prefab. Yes. If it's no, create a test character. But if it is, we disable their renderer for some reason. Yeah, this code never comes into play because we never tested with a different character. That's what we meant to do as well. Invisibility check. Infinity. This is all for the map. Curved by transfer. There are the shaders, by the way. Let's ignore them for for a simple player controller. This is a Lightcore Colonies. This is a different game. Just trying to select things. Here we were just trying to get back into code. Completely failing. Tiles area. Tile features. Infinite world. Where is this editor script coming from? Because we know when we have an editor think this might be from somewhere else, actually. I think we might have already deleted this. Infinite open world. If we save the scene and exit out and restart, is it still there? We will see. I think it's hidden somewhere. Where the heck is it hidden? And look how fast it boots up. That's if you don't wreck your project with bulk. Prefab scenes. And prefabs? Where the heck is it? Testing the it's gotta be there. Shades. I have no idea. I mean, we are using this Unity editor, right? It's gotta be here somewhere. If only we could remember. Create areas. No. Clear our tiles from menu. Ah, here we go. Here we go. Area delete. Can remove areas to empty the scene. Designer can use a menu item to instantiate an area into the scene immediately. Right? They can, if they want. This must be it. The CDAFM. Huh? For each variable area in all areas, CDAFM method. Where the heck is this method? Must be up. Found first from the top and has been reached. Can we go in the backward direction? Huh? The heck is this? How is this code working? I think this is a Unity quirk. The editor has been manipulated and it stays manipulated forever. This is exactly why we quit doing this. Because just sitting here for hours and hours not knowing what the heck is going on. It takes an area for each area in all areas. Is a list or the type tiles area? This. Ah, we're inside. Good. Delete and destroy public for delete. So, yeah, uno, dos. We have it. Menu item. That's what we need to look for. Menu item. Good. So we have to put this in here. But we don't want to actually. Infinite open world. Good, that is a script reference. And then for each create a tile. This is creating everything. Tiles area. Game object area parent. If you want the specific area to be created. Define how many tiles the area is wide. This is making areas. And then the preview is here. I'm just wondering if you should get rid of it, honestly. Because it's so dumb. But let's leave it in and not waste our time. with deleting stuff. At least we know now what is going on. Good. So where is the simple planetary controller? If we press the center button, what happens? Transform rotation. The camera main transform rotation is going to be the transform rotation. Interesting. Camera main transform position is going to move out. Wish we should. What if we don't mess with the rotation? Just asking for a friend. Now this is a little bit dumb because trial and error instead of understanding. And that's exactly why we're never going to amount to anything. Because we don't know what we're doing. We're just stabbing in the dark. But that's fine. Let's check it out. Good. Juk. Press the C button. Press this button. Center. Oh, the rotation might be important. Oh dear. V is bird character view. Good. We center. And we still have the same problem. Yep, we still have the same problem. The center view is not the issue, actually. The V button is the issue. Think. Good. If the ISO view is on, and then we're going to use the position, and then the camera transform rotation is going to be the transform rotation, and the parent is going to be the transform. This is so straightforward. But the positioning is maybe wrong. Transform rotation. That's the thing. We put it backwards a little bit. Divided by 5. So that's just a little bit. Let's divide it by 2 instead. And we should have the camera go back even further. Let's always start maximized. Here. Oh, can I do it now? Let's always start maximized so we see something. Good, so we go into bird view, then we go back into this view. Back into bird view, go into this view. We thought we could go further backwards. So if we do forwards 1, should be too much. Might just leave it out. But we want to go backwards. Camera transposition is backwards. So position is going to be a little bit backwards. The rotation. Ah, wait just a brief second. I think it's just a matter of getting the rotation aligned first. Logic. Good. And then camera main transform parent is going to be the transform. Should I do this actually first? We align the rotation. Should I just parent it? And then put the rotation there. And then put the position there? I don't know. Isn't that really what we need to do? Plus vector forward. Where is this going to go? Should find out. Did we press the button? Surely. Good. Bird view, not bird view. Move out. Yeah, this is good. So the character sits on top of this. And look how they jump. They jump proper, not like in video games where you cannot jump proper. where they immediately jump when you press the button. You have to bend your knees before you jump. That's way more immersive. Good. So can we do this? This is bird view, this is character. Aha. So the forward thing is still messing up. For whatever reason. Still messing up the over shoulder. I mean, we could go what's going on with it. We could see what's going on in the scene view and then vector up, and then we want to go backwards. Camera marine transform position. So let's not do this. And not play maximized. Play focused. Did you save? Are you not supposed to recompile? It's not recompiling. I think we have the wrong thing open. That's funny, but not like haha. Even though we did a haha there. Oh, what the heck are we doing? It's destroying everything. Good. We think this is how it's supposed to look. That's just how we think it's supposed to look. But let's close this up. And actually open it here. Good. Alright. Whoops. We did copy here. Okay, it's impossible. Impossible to do this. Transform rotation first. And then we go backwards. Now I should compile. Just wondering why is the compiling so instantaneous that we don't actually see it. Good, so we zoom out. Nope, it's still broken. Yep, it's still broken. Why are you not going backwards there? Let's go bird's view and look at the capsule. Capsule is there, hanging in the air. Hanging on. Where is the camera? Oh, the camera goes... What happened? Whoop. Camera goes onto the capsule. What is this position here? Position is so weird. And we did rotate here, so cannot even see what's happening when we press the button. If you press V and then press V here, it doesn't work. Press there, V doesn't work. Press V and move out? No, we didn't. We are moving out. Capsule position is changing. How's the position of the capsule changing? That should not even be. That should be 0 here. Weird. It's the physics messing up, probably. It doesn't matter, this is the position. Position is the position, who cares? Rotation is more important. The Y rotation changes, good. And with the camera, the X rotation changes. Huh? Why is there no other rotational change? And why is the camera scaled? Oh, because of this. Yeah, okay. good. Or bad, rather. Why the heck is the camera... This is very fixed. But we can look up and down. This is the X rotation. Ah, yes, of course, because, yes, of course. Because the character moves. Hey, we have to get back into this. Before we can make a positive change, we have to actually go back into the workflow. How much time has passed already? 25 minutes. Nothing achieved. Genius. Right. So we can look up and down, and left and right moves the character exactly as it should be. But what not should be is when we press V, we're going somewhere. Going somewhere. Not aligning properly with the character. And maybe this has something to do with the forward there. Maybe it's just the wrong direction. Maybe this shouldn't be forward. Vector 3 forward. For some reason. No idea. Right, maybe. No clue. Good, this is just a stab in the dark again. Good, let's press the V button and... This is terrible. And I bet you if we don't do anything at all... If we do this, then it's still not going to be lined up, because this is some very hidden logic there. It's hard to grasp. Well, if we do nothing, maybe it's not so hard to grasp. All right, we want to press back to the character view again. Right, V should go back into the character view and just move us backwards a little bit. Let's look at the camera go. It's here. Rotation doesn't matter. Scale, position is same. Position it out. I don't know what this is with the 0.6 there. Z position is up and down. No. The Y position is up and down. The Z position is what we're changing with a mouse wheel. So we thought this here was left, right. And the Y is up, down. And the Z is forward, backward. That's what we thought. And that's exactly why we had the vector forward here before. But for some reason it doesn't work. Tell you what. Let's change the position after. Transform position. Because this kind of... It kind of just doesn't work. Okay, transform position. Just go a little bit backwards. There should be minus. I don't know, it might be plus in the end for some reason. No idea. And let's make it 1. 1 unity unit. Good, let's see what happens. Just make the steps easier to understand. If you want to understand them. Oh, this is interesting. It does not look like anything. Yeah. Why the heck is this like that? Just want to move this. I think the problem is And this is not how you move things. You have to do some sort of translation instead of manipulating the position immediately. But manipulating the position immediately works for this, what we're doing. Works perfectly, works exactly as intended. All we wanted to do is just go translate backwards a little bit. We should go from... We should go backwards from where we're looking at as well. This works so nicely. Just go backwards. Wonder what the mouse wheel does. Are we in the character controller? We are. So, camera main transform position, blah blah blah, get axis raw horizontal. Input get axis raw vertical. This is in the physical update. We want to see how the player is looking, and this is frame by frame. Gonna have a very smooth look if you have 200 frames per second. What is the space? Where's the mouse wheel? Mouse look. This is good. This is Euler angles. Make sure to pronounce it wrong, because we don't care. Here's a scroll wheel. Alright. Input key H. Mouse scroll wheel. Zoom in or out. There we go. Yeah. It only works with a translation. If we're not in ISO view, camera main transform translate mouse scroll wheel. It's in the update. It's not even in the physical update. Why do we have this so anally and this one so not anally? No clue. Good. Can zoom in or out. Come on, transform translate. Get access, yeah, that's times vector forward times translate. Good. And this is like times minus something. Transform translate. And then you just go in the direction that the thing is currently... Wait, it's up and down. Ah! It's only up and down? It does not really take over the other thing. It doesn't really take over the parental axis. So if we say we're actually not wrong here with the vector forward, and then do something. The issue is the camera. Now I don't understand. It should work. What the heck? Let's just do it. So you put something in the same position, and then if you want to change the position, you use translate. Just don't get wrecked by this. Let's do -5. Good. Just don't get. What? Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah, we don't know how to code. Good. Let's get it going. Compile and see if this fixes the issue. So we want to go into bird's view, and then we go into camera view, and then we're backwards. Really far, apparently. This does work. And that's why we did the divided by 5. Times -1 divided by 5 is what we did before, I think. Can we do this like that? Sure. It's fine. Alright, let's see how it goes. Bird's view, character view, bird's view, character view, bird's view, character view. Alright. It's a bit too close for our taste. We cannot even see where we're going here. Good. -1 then. Just jumping around now. But it's nice to have it fixed. Good. Here we go. Kinda could do with a camera that is a bit more upwards. How does this work here? And the other one does not. Because there we're not doing translate. No idea. Good. See how it looks. So the map is getting generated, running around, but we want actually some kind of this view. And we're getting it. Good. This is maybe tiny tad too high. So we did divide it by 2, now we can divide by... We divide by... 2, it was too much. This is... divide... How does math work? We don't know. Let's divide by 3 and see how it looks. Yeah, this is too far down. We don't want that far down. Divide by 1.5 F. Dum 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 bum bim bum bum bum. V for bird's view. Yes, this is exactly how I want it. Alright, good. Good. Can we have this as a default? When the character gets created. Create areas. Create map. Spawn character. Creates a test player character which can be overridden in Inspector by populating host character prefab field. Which we might try out. Go to initiate. Create test character. Here we go. Material. Fallback material. Material property. Block property. New material property. Color is red. Metallic. Glossiness. Create primitive. Primitive capture. Transform local scale is half the size. Camera, transfer detector up times divide by 1.5 F and transform parent is the transform. So we put it there and then we parent it. Usually we parent things first. Parent them. Then we do the position, and then the measure is enabled. Transform position up and forward. This we don't need. Transform position up, quaternium identity, transform rotation. Rotation is default. So we parent. We rotate it, and then we position it. Should not position and then rotate at all times. No. We should always rotate first and then position. I have no idea. I have no clue. Good, where's the test player controller? And then we just move it backwards. A little bit. And that should give us the default. Hey, what the heck is this? Good. Some formatting. Formatting issue. And then we're gonna hold on. Import is the thing. Boom, we're there. And we have a nice view of our character. Good. We cannot see him bend their knees. But the player will see. Jump E is space. A person will press the button. Oh, wait, what is this? Wait a minute, what? Oh, I can do it more powerful. Genius. So that is great. And if a VV is always going to happen perfectly. Look down, we're going to see the thing. We are rotating not around the capsule. Want to look up and down. This is different behavior from the traditional controls. Also zoom in a little bit. If we move all the way through, we can also do this. Which is fair, I suppose. If we center, we center the view. Wonder if you should do center view a toggle. I mean, we could. Look at this, is already a fantastic game. It's already so much fun to play. That's what we can do. Whoa, I want to go all the way up. I want to go all the way up. I can't see. I want to go all the way up. I can't see. This is too much curvature. I think we broke it. No, of course not. Run, run, run. Dun, dun. So what a fantastic game this already is. Can't stop playing. Good. What do we do next? This was a little bit of polish that was needed. But we wanted to see how this works if we put in... Oh, random. Random is what we need to do. We definitely need to do a random functionality. Example tile object. So on the main camera is the thing. You can put all these things in. There's a fallback tile. Default tile prefab. If we leave this empty, then it should create something different. Yes, this is the fallback tile. Good. Why is it not infinite? I'm not sure now. Why is it not curved? It is curved. But it's not infinite. Why not? Field of view, this is the camera we're looking at. Map height, creation speed, infinity mode, looping. It is looping. Huh? So if we have a prefab in here, we hate that this. If we click around here, we hate that the inspector changes when we click something here. So if we have this island, for example, and we start in the woods, host character prefab. Oh yeah, that is the little unit there. Then we do not use the fallback tile. We start in the woods, and now there's islands everywhere. Good. Sure. And it is infinitely looping. But why is it not infinitely looping if we go to our fallback tile? Probably have to dig through the code in order to find out. It's also not curved at all. Also, it always scrolls up here. Why? Infinity mode? Infinity mode is off when we fall back. That's definitely a mistake in the code. I think it does work. Otherwise, for example, if we say we want to start on a plane and then we want to have only mountains. Infinity mode, let's make it creating. And then it will create 16 tiles every time. Every time we move. Will it? Oh, the mountain is in. The mountains are in for sure. I think it's just creating a million objects now. This looks quite infinite. Let's see if we can have a look, see what happens. Yeah! Oh, this is so cool. Inception, you guys. Inception. Wow. Wow. Don't play this asset on drugs. Don't play this asset on drugs. Don't do drugs. Oh, this is crazy pants. So the new things that are getting created on the shader that we do not define with this. This is just what we're doing here to the things we already have. Wow. Wow. This is amazing pants. Yeah. We will never get anything done. Good. Play a character moving to the window where they started in a looping infinite world like a planet. This is the looping. This is the looping tooltip. And I don't think we can... maybe we can change the tooltip. That's in the infinite open world. Fields. Fields are over here. Header. Good. Defines when you play a character that will end with this like a planet. How do we make a new line? Does this work like this? New line in header. Ooh, this is interesting now. Wow, how did we break this tooltip so nicely? Yeah, we have to look it up. Which is the correct... This is the correct browser to look it up. A Unity header new line. Header new line? Ta-da! I have a code. N. And did you try N? Thank you, it works. Have been driving me crazy for a month. Well, if you had Googled Borat. Good. Where is this? Oh, that's our that's our Hitman decal in the top left. Good. Play a character moving with this sort of looping infinite world like a planet. A looping. And then a new line. Wonder if we can do something else as well. Just asking for a friend, you know. Give you another header, and this one has a new line. Just asking now for a friend if this works or not. Are we using the wrong thing, are we? Not 100% sure. Let's ask the thing again. It's a slash. It's a backslash, actually. Good, good, good. Dum bum bum. Oh. It's already a new line. Creating. Moving in direction will spawn new tiles. Will spawn new tiles. Tiles as many as the as many as defined below. Good. Not recommended. Nah, it's absolutely recommended. Do this. Spams objects. No. Lots of new objects. Just to clarify. For the user, which is only us. Nobody else will use our tool. Good. Creating looping off. Dum dum dum. Just creates the tiles as defined. Defined below. Nah, it just creates the tiles as defined. Just creates. Yeah. Is good enough. Let's see how it looks. We don't like this. We want no space here. We want no space there. Can we have a line break here? I think a C# lets us have a line break, no problem. So backslash n dum 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 whoop and whoop. No, it does not for some reason. Oh, that just sucks. Oh, whatever. Who cares? Good. And the off. Dum dum dum. Backslash n off. Good. Let's see how that looks. Looping, creating, off. Just yep. Looping player character moving in direction will end up where they started. Looping infinite world like a planet. Creating player character moving in direction will spawn new tiles as many as defined below. Lots of new objects. Off just creates the tiles as defined. Infinity mode. Looping. Good. Is this readable? Wrong thing. Let's leave out the off. Self-explanatory. Good. Looping, creating, looping, creating. Good. Alright, so now we meant to do a randomizer as well. So if we have a thing here, this is an example tile object. Random position time and reserve tile object. Is this really what we want? Fallback tile, example object again, random rotation, maze, texture switch. And remember, this is all nothing. So here's just a cube. If we populate this with just a cube, what were to happen? Example, overworld mountains. Good. Also, what mesh do you have? You have this. You have the curved world mesh. Right. It's very similar to the fallback tile, isn't it? Fallback tile has though something here. So the randomizer must be in the tile. Where's our scripts? Tile features. Right, tiles area is defining the stuff. This is an area, and maybe we want the area to be created. Define how many tiles the area is wide. Area width. This should be clearer. Because we're thinking the area is always... Huh? Just as... So why is there no height? So we have a tiles area. And we give it a width. Oh, because, yeah. Because then it's gonna start creating the things. Area is wide. Still could be converted from bottom left, right, and from bottom to top. What is it? I don't know if somebody understands this. We had to think a little bit. But yeah, if you put 5 things in here and you have the width on 4, then your area is going to look like 4 the things you defined, and then the 5th one is going to go up in the Cartesian coordinate system. Interesting. Good, that's the tiles area. So we don't have to mess with this. But the tile features... We also don't have to. We also don't have to do it, but in the prefabs, yeah, this is all a designer problem actually. This is a designer problem. If you want a randomizer functionality, we have a randomizer functionality on the decals on top, the little features there, but which are actually 3D objects. But maze tile size 1, fallback tile is, it's not sleepy time. The fallback tile is standard plus curved. Texture switch. Transistor. Why do you have this example tile object script? Because it's just an example, it doesn't matter. So do we want the random functionality, yes or no? Random tile prefabs. I think we already made it happen here. But is it implemented in code? Probably not. It's mesh renderer. Maze tile 1x1. Random tile prefabs. Let's just put the stuff in, and since this is an example, why not, right? We have the woods, we have the island, we have the mountains, and we have the plains. Good. That's alright, that's the maze tile. And then, if we go into the main camera and the mesh render is off because that's the... that's interesting what we did there. It's the fastest way to put a user interface in there without having any overhead at all. We just ham-fisted into the main camera in the form of a mesh renderer with a text mesh. Pretty cool. Good. Anyways, here's the Infinite Open World script, and now we're gonna go for the maze tile as a default tile, and then is going to give us just the maze because we haven't implemented it. We have it implemented already. Just as unbelievable. We have this implemented. Didn't know that we did that much. Crazy pants. So this is already a good tool. Amazing. Good. But here's the thing, it's looping, but it's not looping. This is just off now for some reason. It says infinity mode is looping, but it's not looping. Why is it not looping? Because we don't want to fall through the map here. I keep going. So why is it so glitchy? Does it just simply keep randomizing? Yeah, I think it does. And it replaces the things as well. If it open world. Let's see if it just replaces stuff. Whee. Just replaces the stuff. Just checking out if something changes there in the hierarchy. We don't see it. Or is it moving it? Is it repositioning it? Yeah, this is not what we intend. And how come... This is the console. How come? Maze. Maybe that's why? This is so dumb. We're not reading the code, we're just clicking the button. And then, did this change? But it didn't change anything, of course. Defines resizing, huh? Yeah, but that's the example tile object. Alright, let's read the code then. So why the heck? But we had that before. And we had that a forbidden behavior when we have nothing in the default. So we have the forbidden behavior when we have nothing in the default. And we have that forbidden behavior when we put the maze in. Just to double check. The island is working perfectly. Just to double check. Yeah, the island is working. But the maze and a nothing is not. So the nothing is the fallback tile 1 by 1. What has the fallback tile and the maze tile in common? There's a little bit of curvature here. Chance to destroy is 1 for some reason. We can leave the maze in. Standard plus curved. What do they have in common besides everything? Good, what do you have that the other one does not have? Mesh cube. Texture switch. Don't know what the texture switch does. No clue. So it must be in the code. And the code is if this is null, then we're gonna fall back. Let's see if we can find this. Create areas, create map. Areas are not done, return null. Wait for seconds. Center tile is created. Good, and then we run the spiral around. Good, we create a tile. And then the map is done, and then we spawn a character on top. Good. So what happens if you create a tile? Simple tile prefab. The tile is null, default tile prefab. If toilet paper equals 0, toilet paper equals tiles parent. Word grid contains replace exist. So if our grid list contains what we're trying to make, then we're going to replace this. Good, makes sense. Dynamic tile size. Tile instantiate tile. Good. And then we're going to add it into the world grid. But what if you replace? It's new key, replace exist, return. If not, replace exist. Contains. So it replaces exist on default unless you turn it off. Deal with other children need to be preserved if using this. What? Object children of tile that need to be preserved. Ah. Mm-hmm. If dynamic tile size is used, yes. Visibility check. Good. End of infinity. So we can't find it, and we never will. This is GG. And that's exactly why we cannot write code. Because there is no way of finding out what happens. Simple fallback material. Also converted and easily referenced. Good. Define these words as defam to default to all script prefab. This is actually defined. Dum dum dum. At least we're listening to good music, huh? Da, 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 da. Over an hour. Over an hour and we have achieved nothing. Genius. Yeah, we don't know why the looping is not working. Kind of works. What does this maze switch do even? Example tile object. Maze. Chance bigger, chance one, chance two, chance until the glass cutter, random chance to start curve. Huh? Example tile object, random position, random precision maze. Change to start random race up. Position random maze, there it is. Ah, started with a maze. Transform child and transform if destroy child position random range. Transform child for each child position. Let's just move the child, huh? This moves all children or destroys them. Okay, so we know what that is. And this is just fine. Then we have a chance to destroy. That is not the reason, but what if we have a random tile prefab? Good. If a random temperature count above random range count, and then we get the tile features coordinates, and then we create this. Get create tile. Doesn't seem like this is an issue. Why the looping is not working. So we have to look into the looping itself. Good. Where is it? Infinity mode is an enumerator. Where do we mess with this? Here. In the visibility check. Good, we're creating. If it's not looping, we return. Visibility check. Does a visibility check run the infinity? But we are looping, so we are not returning. Ah! Map is done. Maybe the map is not done. And that's why the infinity is returning. Otherwise it would loop. If the map is not done, or host tile equals current tile, or infinity mode is not looping. Host tile equals current tile. I think map is done might not get called. Something. It's definitely not looping. I think it's returning. But why? We could debug out. What is the issue? Can we debug out an enum as text? Enum to text, how does this work? Enum to text. It's not text, it's string. Convert enum to string. The heck is this? Name off. A name off operator. Let's see if that exists. Now we have to do something again, which we don't like to do. There's curly brackets. There's curly brackets allergy. Name of enum value. Wait, what? No, I want the current. I want infinity mode. Good. Name of infinity mode. Debug.log. Name of infinity mode. Why do you need another bracket? What's your problem? This is going to do a lot. This is going to do lots and lots. Plus new line plus map is done. Map is done. Host tile equal current tile. Let's leave that out. Good, let's see if it compiles or not. Just asking for a friend. It does compile. Right. What do we have in here? Nothing. It means we should have a problem now. Infinity mode map is done, true. Infinity mode. No, I want to know what is your value? I want to know. Map is done, true. This is exactly what I wanted to know. I mean, it says right here looping. Let's make it creating. And then it creates. Let's make it looping, and then it should break. Oh, it shouldn't do anything because it was broken before. see what happens if I put the woods in. Map is done, true. Infinity mode, yay. Infinity mode is looping. Here. Is it? I mean, here it is definitely. But why is it not doing when we are falling back? Also, this did not help me. Enum value to string. Yeah. Also, why does it say infinity? Should it not say looping? Here, looping. Infinity mode. Infinity mode. Enum looping creating off. Let's check the Unity discussions. Maybe the server is currently experiencing high load. Yeah, it's not good. To string. That's what we want. That's the actual solution to a problem. Name of. Infinity mode. To string bada bing. Is this correct? To string is a method. Good. Sure. Error. What? Oh. Whoop. Good. Just the bracket there. Right, so we got the woods. Everything should be fine. Map is not done. Map is done. And we're looping. Looping, looping, looping. Good. Looping, looping, looping. And then we're going to have the fallback tile. And we're still looping, but we're not looping actually. I don't get it. Map needs to move down. Transform position work, transform position come from top. So we are looping. That is not an issue. Host or host tile equal current tile. I guess we have to add in another plus. Copy. Plus. And then game object name? I don't know. I really don't. Copy. Host tile. Hey, did you not do this, Mian? Copy. Map is done. Is map is done. Plus. Whoop, map is done. No. Next line. Plus host tile plus versus current tile. Good. Just making sure we're absolutely in executing that code. Oh, you're not doing it for some reason. 0, 0, 0 versus 0, 0. It's not showing up. Why the heck is it not showing up? Can we press a pause button? This looks like it's always the same. If it's the same, then we're returning. Well, we excluded this, so whatever. Let's log the host tile versus the current tile. See how it goes. This is versus one. The same always. It's the same always. Which means it will not execute the code. Which is exactly our problem. Now, if we have the woods though, it's the same always. Should not execute the code, but it is executing the code. Huh? Map is done, or also equal current tile. Return.
This is just
Fat Cat is back. I have no clue what this is. Oh, Fat Cat, that makes two of us. I don't get it. I don't get why if we pop in a prefab it's working, if you don't it's not working. This is so bad. I have no clue. So I should return all the time. What are we doing? This is dumb. This is super dumb. Let's not do this, Fat Cat. How about it? Let's just relax and we know what this is. And the solution is not debugging here. Because this gets fired all the time because of the visibility check. That's right. But why is this never moving? This is so hard to find out. Let's go a little bit in front and look at the visibility check instead. Good. If we're creating, then whatever's in range, we're gonna create something in range. There's the creation range, alright. Good. But if not, go through all the tiles. Here, this is, there you go, Fat Cat. You have no clue what this is? This is easy, because we have comments, and the comments explain the code. Have a great day, I'm getting ready for work. Alright, you do that. But the code explains it. Goes through all tiles in the map every time the player enters a tile. If there's lags, put it in a coroutine and wait a frame each iteration. That's a good tip. Thank you for that tip. But every time we enter a tile, we should go. we should go distance. Go selective true. Math. That's a great comment here. Math. If distance goes to some position with the that's a particular active true. Game object. Selective true, selective false. Goes to all tiles and every time player enters a tile. And when is this called, actually? It's just setting the tiles active to be true or false. I don't think this is actually the problem. The current tile and the host tile is actually what is making the things tick. Tile features is running a visibility check. And it's only running a visibility check. So the visibility check should call the infinity. What keeps calling the infinity all the time? Here, map move. Oh. Oh. Ah. Good. This is not an update, but it's encouraged to be able to define wait time where an execution is needed. Oh, that's very nice. So this is every frame. Just very fast. So just calling infinity all the time. Yeah, makes sense. Should actually not be calling this when player stays still. Because of overhead. But it's no big deal. This is actually no big deal. It just calls infinity, and infinity has a really, really fast return, as you just saw 3 times when we press play. Good. So we're just calling infinity, and if the player is not in their host tile, it should move the map. But somehow it does not. Because for some reason it doesn't, but we don't know why actually. Enter tile, current tile. Current tile gets compared with the host tile. I mean the code is super elegant. The more we dig into it, the more we love it. But that doesn't help us finding the issue there. Because it's a really quirky issue now again. Super duper quirky. We have the woods, everything is fine. We fall back to the fallback tile. Or we use the maze tile. Nothing works. Well, the looping doesn't work anymore. Maybe the tiles don't get a script that is needed. Because we're replacing these. And then they don't have the tile features. That is something we can imagine is the problem. If it's not that, then there's no chance of ever finding the glitch. Good. Tile features. Tile features. Tile features is here. But tile features are also getting put on here. Add component. Add component, get component. Good. This is if we bring the tile in. And that should actually be everywhere. If dynamic tiles, this is when we create a tile. Replace exists, blah blah blah. Tile equals default tile. But wait, default tile prefab? What is that? Let's render a cube. If it open world script. Default tile, yep, that is that. Default tile prefab. Good. Then we have also a simple tile prefab, so both does not work if it's well, the first one doesn't work if it's no, because then it falls back to the and the default. If it's the maze tile, it also doesn't work for some reason, and the reason is we have the randomizer code. Because check this out, if we use the fallback tile, it just works. It just works. Because that's a regular tile we move, and we have an infinite world. As you can see, we can even run. It's very infinite. It's looping like no tomorrow. But the logic error is here. Infinite visibility check, default dynamic tile size here, transform. Tile features needs to be added, but if the default tile prefab is no, then the tile getting added in is a simple tile prefab. Default tile prefab equal 0. Equal nothing put in there. Then we have it. No, here. If tile equal null, then it's a default tile prefab. That's right. But what if the default tile prefab is not defined? Then it's a simple tile prefab. This should not be an issue. I don't understand how this is an issue. Contains if the tile equal the default tile prefab, this happens. Otherwise, we just instantiate a tile. And then we add it. What? This is not very readable. Where's this else going to? Yeah, this else is part of here. Good, if the tile is a default tile prefab. Otherwise, we just instantiate the tile. Good. Now, we take the tile and give it the tile features. But we do this, I don't understand. We do give it the tile features. Give it the tile features, give it a box color. If tile equal default, we instantiate the thing and we give it a box collider. We get the bounce and then we destroy it. some reason. And then the tile lives. Oh, that's only if the dynamic tile size. What are we doing? What are we doing? This is only if the tile size is dynamic, so we don't actually need this. And the else is actually in the correct place. Oh, this is very hard to read. What did we do here? Where does the else belong to? It must belong to this. If else. So the tile size is dynamic, and it always is. Oh, hey, let's see if the error is here. Let's see if we find the error here. Just asking for a friend. Fallback tile is none. We want to recreate the error, and we don't have dynamic file size. Good. Just give us a regular size. Good. By the way, map height, many tiles, tile size. Let's make it 1 unity meters. Good. So the size is not dynamic. If the size is not dynamic, we're gonna run into problems here. That's why. Good. Oh, we like that we could make this a reality, but we did not check if the code still works. Oh man. Good. If we have it, this code gets executed. I don't think we can actually write this like that. Which is rough. We definitely cannot write this like that. I have to write it like that. Else we just instantiate a tile. Good. If the size is dynamic, we set the bounds. Otherwise, we just instantiate the tile. Let's see. Good. Now we have the default tile. It's 1, so it's not a problem. And do we fall off the edge again? We do. Good, so we recreated the problem. And we also did not crash the code, which is nice. Good, oops. Let's give you the woods again to recreate the code working. It's nice woods. Oh, look how the tile size now is different. Good. But if we do have a default tile prefab, or rather if we don't, then we're gonna run into trouble. So where is the reference here? If it's no, then we're going to switch over to the simple tile prefab. Good. That means this code does not get executed. If the tile is no... Good, whatever. If the default tile is no, we're going to switch to the simple tile prefab. And the simple tile prefab is never doing anything ever again. So we're just instantiating a tile. And then we add the component tile features. I don't understand how this is an issue. Let's run it and look at the tile features. It's the fallback tile. It has tile features, of course. This one's 0, 0. This one's 1, 1. This one's 1, 0. Box collider is on. How many box colliders do you have? Oh, what the what? Yeah, this is definitely an issue. You're doing this multiple times, huh? And if you're woods, you probably don't do this multiple times. If we were to guess. Infinite world is in. Yep. Box collider is still two box colliders. One is only a trigger, the other one is real. Good. Just 0, 0, 0. You're at 1, 1. So why do we have two box colliders? One trigger, one non-trigger. This is something to find out. Fallback tile. Box collider, box collider, box collider. Oh! Wow. Good, let's look at the woods. The woods have nothing. And the fallback tile is broken. So maybe the maze tile is broken as well? No. It has a different problem. Interesting. Let's get rid of this. What happened there? Maybe it's gonna get added in all the time. Tile features. Why is this getting added into the this is probably a Unity quirk. Because the error warns actually if you're trying to do this. Messing with a prefab. It did just right now before. Good, box collider. Oh, this is many. Maybe it would have been easier not to do this. How many is this? also close these to see how many they are. Yeah. we shouldn't be doing this like that. Oh man, but now we're on it. What the heck happened? Let's see when we run the script if it adds in new ones. Hopefully not. What the heck happened here? Good example, mesh renderer, fallback tile, play. This is the woods, so nothing happens. Let's make sure we use the fallback tile. Good, fallback tile. Good, it didn't mess with the prefab now. That's good to see. The clone has tile features and 2 box colliders, just like the woods would have had. What's going on here, by the way? Huh? What happened? Good, and then we're going to see if it creates the map, and it creates the map. Right. So that was that issue. But we don't know why the camera is messed up. Why was the camera messed up? We'll never know. Because now it isn't. Good, let's go to the main camera again. Fallback tile is working. How about the random tile, maze tile? Because that also broke. Maze tile is good. Doesn't have an issue. Let's see, infinite open world is getting created. Example stuff is getting created. And this has 1 features and 2 boxes. Like we have here. And now we're going to see if we can move out infinitely. Sure looks like it. So that fixed it. Now we're going to see if everything works within with an infinite with a dynamic tile size. No. Data corruption. That's exactly right. Did we get corrupted? No. It's all good. Transform resides in a prefab asset and can be set. And it should be set. Good, let's see. Dynamic tile size. If tile equals default tile prefab, we instantiate the tile. Good. But you're not. We have to do this twice. We don't want to do this twice. But we will if we must. Alright, alright, alright. Is this readable? Yeah, let's save it. Good, so what was the problem? Check out what we're trying to do, the maze tile, right? Dynamic this time. Wow. It certainly looked impressive. And it certainly looks impressive right now. But it is broken again. It will not loop. It will not loop. Did you corrupt the data? Did you corrupt the data here? Yes, you did. You did corrupt the data here. And you corrupted the data here as well. Oh, that's not cool. Dun, 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 dun. This is a lot of data corruption, you guys. Good, remove, and here. Oh man. Why the heck? This is corrupting my data. Horrible. Good. It's one of the reasons we stopped messing too much with it, but honestly, it's quite satisfying. Something works, did write some code, and there's a result. Feels good. And we tried making a StarCraft map in the StarCraft 2 editor, Galaxy editor, whatever, and it immediately glitched out. So here we have to strain the system like no tomorrow. Well, not the system, but we have to write really bad code. Let's put it that way. We have to write really horrible code before the system spews an error like this and corrupts data. Which is different. Here's another box collider in the cube. Already. That's fine, let's press play. Good. Really quickly make this happen. Oh, this already looks wrong. Yep, it does look wrong because it is wrong. Did it immediately corrupt? No. Because it shouldn't have either. Are you corrupted? No. So why the heck did it not work now? No clue. Maze tile? Let's not have it dynamic. Because did it not just now work? While it wasn't dynamic. Yes. So when it's not dynamic, it works just fine. But when it has a dynamic tile size, it does not. Which is weird, because if you have a dynamic tile size of an island, for example, like that, it will work. So it works for the island, but it doesn't work for the random thingies. So maybe there's something wrong with the replacement code. But But that is something we have to find out another time before we get a headache. Thank you for watching. Thanks for chiming in. Don't forget the 5 archives. And we are going to have to figure out the last glitch another time. Until then, have a good day and a good night.